Hello, I'm Geoff Deibel from Florida State University, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about William Albright's Sonata for Alto Saxophone and Piano, the second movement of which is on the Emerging Artist Competition from Vandoren. And I want to give you a few tips about how to approach this very emotional second movement that asks a lot of us technically and musically. So the first thing I think you need to know is, what is a chaconne? Where does the chaconne come from? What era of music does it come from? And what are the implications of that for our performance of this very emotional work? It can have all sorts of implications for how we approach dynamics, how we play shape in this particular movement, use of vibrato, and I think also rhythmic and tempo flexibility in your performance. So think about balancing that historical baggage of the chaconne with all of the things you're asked to do in this very modern piece. The second thing I want you to think about is intonation. Okay, when you're practicing these next few months, always have your tuner out and do pitch matching at your various levels of octaves, especially for notes like D sharp. Practice playing your low D sharp, middle D sharp, palm D sharp, and of course altissimo D sharp, and making sure that those have the exact same intonation in your octaves. That's super important and will make this sound really good or maybe not so good. So make sure that you work lots on intonation. Hearing perfect intervals and so forth is a big part of this work. Lastly, of course, altissimo is a big concern for anyone performing this work. So a really good way to approach the altissimo challenges in this piece, I think, is to play lots of long tones in the altissimo register. You can play slow scales, one octave scales starting from G to G, and then A flat to A flat, A to A, so on and so forth. And I would practice them at low dynamic levels as well as loud dynamic levels. Always, again, with the tuner on your stand so you can hear if you are in tune and hitting the pitches accurately. I personally prefer to play altissimo using overblown fingerings going up the palm keys, from B flat up to D sharp. There are, of course, other fingerings that you can use for those altissimo notes, so depending on your setup, you may want to experiment with a few different altissimo fingerings. But playing long tones on your altissimo notes is a really good way to ensure that you're going to be able to hold that long A sharp, for example, for as many bars as you need to. So I wish you all the best of luck in your preparation, and I look forward to seeing the results at the end of the competition. Take care, and we'll see you soon.